Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olusegun coming from Nusa Capital. Coming to you on a day that we're going to be discussing Bitcoin. It seems to be something that we've been discussing quite frequently in the last few days, considering the price action going on within Bitcoin. Okay, as always, we start with Ichimoku and, of course, the weekly chart, the higher time frame. The higher time frame here, just at a glance, tells you that automatically this instantly tells you that the entire action is bullish. Why? Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Chikou-span, and price action all above the cloud. The cloud has got a bit flat here. That tells you that that's in a consolidatory mode. Now there are two other things that you need to concern yourself with. One, the Kijun-sen, which is this yellow line, is above the Tenkan-sen. Now under normal bullish circumstances, it should be the other way around. That is, this blue line, the Tenkan-sen, should be above the Kijun-sen. The second thing is that the Chikou-span is caught up within the price action. When Chikus get caught up within price actions, it can easily delay the rise in a price. So for instance here, the price has gone up, but now that this Chiku span is caught up within the price action, it affects this price here. Hence you can see the price has fallen a little bit. This tells you it's bullish, but it's weakly bullish. So one has to be very careful and very cautious. Temper optimism, and let's see what the market does. Okay, so let's drop down to the one-day charts. The one-day charts automatically, just by a glance, tells us that things are bearish. Why? Price action, Tenkan, Kijun, and everything are below the clouds. However, in the last 6 days, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and today is the 6th day here. As you can see, price has gone inside the cloud. Now, when price is within the cloud, under normal Ichimoku rules, we do not trade. We watch and we wait for the price action to get out of the cloud before we start trading again. Of course, there are other conditions, but that's something that some people actually use it as an entry point into whatever instrument they're trying to trade. I also err on the side of caution on this one, and I'll continue to tell people to be very careful. Let's watch and wait. I'm sure the Bitcoin OGs are not losing any sleep because they are well positioned. They've probably taken positions when the price actually fell down and fell off a cliff. So I take it that all the OGs are sitting calm and pretty. I think the newbies need to be very careful. If you're new, be very, very careful and watch the market carefully. Okay, let's go down to the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, as I've told you before, is the bridge between the swing traders and, of course, the long-term investors. And as you can see, this is all bullish. Chikou span, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, price action, everything above the cloud. Cloud at a certain angle, which tells you things are bullish. However, look at that last candle here. Look at that massive fall. Look at that massive fall. Look at how it's just dropped down. This last 4-hour candle here. Even though it's been going up, we have to be very careful. Keep an eye out and not get too excited because you just never know the direction the market is going. No one knows what direction the market may take. No one knows. If anybody tells you that they know, they're lying. I will say to people, err on the side of caution. Err on the side of caution. If you let's go back to the weekly and let's take Ichimoku off. Let's bring in the market support here. Now I've told you, as many of you have watched some of my videos in the past and even recent videos, I always look at the 21 weekly exponential moving average to determine if the bulls still have it. Now, if you look at this carefully here, you see that this purple line here, this is the 21 weekly moving average. The green one is the 20 weekly SMA, or simple moving average. But we'll come to that in a minute. Now, looking at the 21 weekly, you can see that the price action has just gone above it, but now it's fallen below it. And as I've said to you, if you're going to get any positive movement, any real bullish movement, the price action has to be above the 21 weekly. Must be above the 21 weekly, at least 2 candles closing above the 21 weekly before you begin to say, okay, maybe something is going on. But until that time, err on the side of caution. Now, some of you, the reason why you've got the 21 weekly and the 20 weekly on this chart is because some people use the 20 weekly and some people use the 21 weekly. I prefer the 21 weekly EMA. A lot of people use the 20 weekly SMA. And so a friend of mine, kind of suggested, why don't you just plot the two? Let's see what we get. And so I plotted the two, and to my eternal surprise, and I've done this in a previous video, I think in my very recent videos, you could see that every single time, look at that, for instance here, every single time the 20 weekly crossed the 21 weekly, the price came down. Look at that. Every single time. There. You've got it there. You can see the price action falling. There. And then we had a long drive up, and now we've got this. So there are two things. One, expect to see in order for you to consider it, in order for you to begin to consider that you are now back in bullish territory. One, we've got to have the 21 weekly, at least 2 weekly candles with their closing position above the 21 weekly. Secondly, I would say this also gives you some kind of indication. That is the 20 weekly going below the 21 weekly. Then you know that things are beginning to change and looking more bullish. Now, until that happens, again, I will say to everyone, be very careful how you take your position. Be very careful. Because no one knows what direction the market's going to take. No one knows where we're going to go. No one has no one. If anybody tells you, that, oh, the market's going to do this, it's going to do that, it's going to go up by this, to the moon and all that, be very, very careful, because that means that I've got some oceanfront property to sell you in the Namibian desert, which is not true. But hey, be cautious, be careful, and as always, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Have a good one. Bye.